Cheers guys, just finished my daily training and swimming the sea. That's all I need to feel alive, my therapy and everything. So yeah, pride comes before the fall, guys. Everybody knows that. Pride comes before the fall, so like, even with, not just countries, just everything, people. Like, you've seen Conor McGregor, once he started thinking, yo, I'm the best, and started asking, oh, cocky, that's when he started to go downhill. Same with everything, you're climbing uphill. It's like the philosophy of the myth of syphilis, the myth of syphilis or something, about the guy who's like pulling the boulder all the way up the hill, only to fall all the way down again. And that's the struggle of man. That's the man's life. But there's that's where you come from. That's where a man becomes a man. That's how he attracts all the girls. That's how he achieves his potential, by pushing through all limitations, climbing up that hill, running up that hill, you know, as they say. That's when men feel at their best, and that's when they're able to protect and be the best men they can and be the heroes they need to be and live fulfilling lives. You know, pride comes before the fall. If you're born in a country and you think, oh, I'm the best, we're the best, we don't need to try any hard, we're the best country ever, you know, if that's the only thing you have to be proud of, you know, of being born. If the only thing you have to be proud of is just being born in a certain country, like the rest of the 7 billion people on this planet, then you might as well just blow your brains out, because your life's a waste. I'm not just saying that. I mean, please do, because you need to make room for the strong, real people, because you're influencing all the other people to be just like you, to take the easy path, to just lie in bed, watch Netflix and stuff your face full of crap, and then, you know, not try anything, and just say, oh, I don't need to try hard, I'm the best, I can hide behind my computer, I'm the best, I don't need to try hard, I don't need to push through limitations, I don't need to travel the world, I don't need to do anything, I can live the easy life and just say, we're the best, even though you're not, because every country thinks they're the best. The countries that think they're the best always are the worst. You take USA or England or whatever, throughout the 90s they started thinking, oh, we're the best country in the world, and then it all went downhill from there. So it's like, you know, once a country's struggling, thinking, oh, we're on our way, we're progressing, we need to be the best, we need to progress, we need to be better. Those countries are the best. I've travelled the world for 10 years, so nothing else but travel the world. Those countries are the best. Venezuela right now. Venezuela thinks they're absolutely crap, you know, because of the corruption, the war, and the civil war and everything, and just the corruption there and everything. But if you actually go there now, the foreigners that go there, they think, oh, the people here are so nice, they're so the best. I mean, some of the best people I've met traveling around South America are being from Venezuela. And that's because they don't think, oh, I'm the best, I was born in Paraguay, I'm the best, I don't need to try hard. No, everyone thinks you're a fucking dick. Everyone fucking hates you. You're a fucking twat. Because if you think you're the best just for being born, then that's the most pathetic thing ever. You have nothing to be proud of. It's like you need to project something. Those people that need to project something need to, you know, put on a front, they need to force something down your throat. It's like me, I'm away from society now, you know, I'm not in the city centre. I like to escape from the matrix, you know, the city centre, it's all bullshit. Where people just trying to force stuff down your throat, like Brazil, Paraguay, and all this kind of stuff, and buy this, buy that, buy this. Because they're not secure in themselves, you know, but I'm secure in myself. I like to travel the world, I can go wherever, I can live wherever, I can do whatever, you know, and that's total freedom for me that I've worked through blood, sweat and tears for the past 10 years, you know. Always trying to push myself, being alone, you know, not being deluded, you know. So it's just you know, I started off working 17-hour shifts in Holland, you know, in the freezing cold, you know, and my hands are bleeding, my feet physically bleeding. I had to starve myself for days, you know, I didn't eat for days, you know, I was homeless on the street as well in Manchester for like for about a month and a half, you know, when there's a killer going around pushing people into the canal. I've had ups and downs, you know, and there's a million other bad things, situations that other people would have, you know, quit, you know, some people would have quit in and just said, oh, you know, I'm the best, I don't need to try hard. It's easy for me to, it's like Conor McGregor now, he was at his best when he was trying, when he pushed himself, when he was a lightweight, but as soon as he started winning all the championship belts, obviously that happens to everybody. That happens, you've got to reach a point where you think, oh, I'm the best, I need to try hard, but, you know, usually, you know, men can always push themselves, they can always progress. You see people who are 50 with the bodies of like 20-year-olds, and you know, because they're pushing themselves, they realise they're running out of time, but there's like 16-year-olds these days with body of 40-year-olds because they think they're the best because of Instagram, because of social media and everything. You know, once you think you're the best, you may as well give up. And it's the same with women. Once they start to get more followers than they are following, they think, oh, I'm great. You know, once you think you're great, and you don't have any brains for yourself to think for yourself that we're all progressing, we're all in this together. We've all got ups and downs, we've all got good and bad qualities. then you may as well blow your brains out and make room for the real people, because you're making the world 10 times more pathetic, and you're gonna make it even more pathetic if you give birth to whatever. So you know, and you're only gonna make and people won't tell you this because people want to have sex with you or whatever. Everything's about sex. Especially, this is why I'm in Brazil. Here I have mountains, I have sea, I have tons of adventures. The last thing, you know, probably one of the last things I'm thinking about is going around sleeping with girls, you know. But in other countries where it's all about the matrix, it's all about consumerism, where they're far away from nature, Paraguay, Asuncion, all these city centres, everybody's robots. Everybody's thinking, well, how am I going to get money? How am I going to get sex? How am I going to do this? And everybody's fucking dead inside robots, and they may as well blow their brains out because they're never going to achieve anything. It's never going to be like they see in the porn videos. It's never going to be, you know, what they expect. So they may as well just give up and blow the brains out, because it's just, you know, an escape to nature like here, because here's how we're supposed to be, nature, and everything else that's just been invented that isn't this, it isn't nature. It's just there to try and get you just to try and make you a miserable consumer, hooks in their drugs, hooks in their fast food, you know, oh, I'm miserable, why did it not turn out? I need drugs, I need this, just to hooked on their, hide behind their flag, you know, and think, oh, I'm the best, I don't need to try hard, I can lie in bed and just eat my crap and watch Netflix, you know, I'm the best, you know, and I can bring others to my level through Instagram or through hate speech online, and, you know, be pathetic, be the most pathetic form of life, which is people have become these days. Oh, that's like Sicily there. That's really nice. This is what I like. These places away from the city centre are usually the best. So yeah. But as I was saying about energy as well, all these girls that look hot online, but then you meet them in person, like especially Argentinian girls that look hot online, but you meet in person, they've got horrible energy because they're glued to a phone most of the waking day. And I mean, I'm not exaggerating this. This is the most worse than any drug. It's worse than cocaine, worse than any drug. I don't take drugs, but this is like the most. It's been killing girls and it's been killing guys the past 7 years. And if we don't do something now, if we don't put down this phone, if we don't fight against it, honestly, I know it's hard because it's the most addictive thing ever. But honestly, it's going to kill you, and your life's going to be a waste, and you're going to end up wanting to die. If you don't already feel like that, the majority of girls do already feel like that once they reach 16. You can see it in their eyes, they're overweight, they look like they're physically 40 years old. I mean, this isn't just, I used to put up with it. I mean, the past few years I thought, oh, you know, I'll put up with it, whatever. It's to my benefit, you know, if I adapt to it, you know. But now it's just like, you know, it's just reached a point where it's just fuck it. It's just people that just kill themselves and influence the world. I don't want to bring people. I don't want to bring life into this world. But it's just so pathetic. It's so low and so poisonous and so disgusting and just full of disease and death everywhere you turn now. If you go to society, this is why I'm here. You know, it's why I escaped a place like this. So yeah, everyone just taking the easiest path and just yeah. When people think it's too hard, but it isn't. It's easy. All you have to do is just get up and do it. I just get up and just do it. Just get up and do it. All the rules online, it's just bullshit. Just to make you a consumer. So yeah, and as I was speaking about energy before, you know, the girls that don't have a lot of followers or whatever, or the girls that aren't on their phone, the 1% of girls that aren't on the phone 80% of the time, and 80% of the day, the waking hours, those have the most sexual, rawest energy because they're fertile. And you find 99% of people these days are infertile because of this thing you hold in your hand, this phone. They don't even realise it, but they are, and you just know it. You see it in their eyes, and they can't have an orgasm. They just you know, with anyone else, they don't move. They're like starfish, you know. You know, because they're porn and everything, and just deluded them, and just the phone and everything, and just, but yeah. And they eat animals all the time, they eat crap food, and obviously what goes around comes around. You eat death, you become death. I was thinking, you know, because Russell Brand, he was a vegetarian like his most of his life. He ate eggs, you know, like he ate eggs and cheese though still, but now he's a vegan, I think, for the past 7 years. But yeah, but when he was known for sleeping with more girls than any other guy on this planet. He was having sex early 2004, whatever, when he started getting famous. He was a vegetarian, and but if you see him, girls will see him online on TV, and we just think, how is this guy sleeping with lots of girls? He's disgusting. Ew, he's ugly. He's all this and he's all that. But when they meet him in person, he's got that energy. He's got that raw, vibrant energy, and you can't deny it. That's pheromones, that's energy. So all these guys thinking, oh, I need to be good looking, I need to be that. No, it's all about energy. You know, I'm not good looking. I mean, I pick up the hottest girls. I've you know, around Brazil, I've attracted the hottest girls that I could imagine, like kind of porn star kind of girls. Like the girl I was talking about that had the body of like Tori Black was in Fortaleza, you know. But online, it's different on Tinder. I don't attract that on Tinder, but in real life, I do attract them because of my energy. Because I rarely eat meat. I love animals, you know. And you know, I film the stuff that gives my body life. You know, like just yesterday I have a vegan burger. Obviously, I'm nowhere perfect. I'm always progressing. I need to, you know, we all have downsides. We all have drugs. So I, you know, do sometimes, you know, have a cheat meal. Sometimes then reward myself. You know, because it's about balance as well. But Russell Brand, he was like skinny, kind of, you know, looked like a girl and everything, and all these girls were saying, oh, he's disgusting when he first came out of sleeping with all those girls. Oh, he's disgusting, I'll never sleep with him. Oh, he's the most disgusting person ever. But then at the same time, he was going around sleeping with the most hottest girls you can ever imagine. Because he's vegetarian, he fills his body with life. He doesn't eat, you know, stuff that's going to kill him. That isn't killing his body and killing his organs. Like, if I eat meat now, I feel kind of like strong, you know, whatever, but my organs and everything just feels like kind of dead. And I look at my face and I look like I'm kind of dead. I don't look alive, you know. But if I mean, there's pictures of me as well. Like I can tell myself when I look more alive, when I look more fresh, I look more vital. You know, when I eat and consume fresh stuff like vegetarian or vegan or fruits and veg, stuff like that keeps me alive. You know. Obviously, you know, if you're a bodybuilder, and obviously, you know, that isn't the way to go. But it's all about balance. So yeah, these are some truths, and I hope everybody watches this video because they need to, because I'm sick of seeing people die, see people kill themselves all the time, you know. People don't care because people just think, oh, I need sex, I need this, I need to bring people, and obviously they don't get the sex they want, so the only next option they have is bringing people to their miserable level, you know, their fascist, racist level, especially in city centres like Asunción or Buenos Aires, downtown Buenos Aires, where they're all like, oh, Argentina, we're the best, you're the worst, we're the better than you, we're better than you just for being born, you know. You know, and especially in Rio de Janeiro in the city centre, we saw this MMA fight, which I think the guy from Rio de Janeiro, he lost against some other guy, and they were all booing him. They were going boo, 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 just because he wasn't from their country. Like, fuck off. He could have easily been born in your country. Everybody's born. It doesn't take any skill to be born. If you're only just proud, the only thing you've got to be proud of is putting a flag next to your name on Instagram or whatever. The only thing you've got to be proud of is just being born. And please blow your brains out. Please, because we know you're feeling miserable. We know you have nothing else to be proud of. You don't have that raw pride and that raw energy from having a fulfilling life. So please just end it, because you need to make room for the real people in this life that are going to make the world better, that are going to live fulfilling lives, because people like you are only going to influence other people to be as low and pathetic as you, to be, you know, to drag people to your level. And you're all over the internet, because that's all the only time you spend is on the internet. So yeah, and the only reason you do that is to bring people to your miserable levels, subconsciously or consciously. So yeah, please, you know, we need human beings. Like, we need human beings to be fertile, to be healthy, to be happy, to live great, fulfilling, vibrant lives. To be one big adventure, so we can all face death one day with a smile, and we can, that's my main mission in life. You know, that's why I do everything I do. We need to bring life into this world. If you want to bring life into this world, you don't want to bring. If you were a child, you won't want to throw him into a hellhole, a cesspit or whatever, you know, of a point where they're just going to blow the brains out and go through pain 24/7. And that's what these people are creating from online, you know, from being so low, where all the pathetic low people get everything, you know. You know, they're having sex, they're eating fast food, and they're just having everything come to them, and just doing all the drugs or whatever, you know, and taking the easy path, you know. When it's easy, I mean, I'm not saying take easy paths, because people think, oh, it's too hard, I've got to go online, I've got to see how I'm going to do it. No, don't do that, because that just builds up too much anxiety, and I failed trying to do that every single time, millions and millions of times. So now I just get up and do. I just get up and go for what. I don't say, oh, I've got to have the perfect morning routine, I've got to do this. No, I never do. People look at me and say, oh, how do you get these abs? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you get that perfect body. It's like, I just do it. You know, we're all different. I'm not gonna say do this, do that. It's gotta be perfect. You know, because that's gonna make you not do it. That's gonna make you not get up. That's gonna cause depression and cause you to anxiety, which is everywhere, all around the internet. You know, I don't have like. I just do intermittent fasting and just do some sit-ups every now and then. You know, I come to do what makes me feel good. I work out outdoors, you know, brings fertility, you know, because indoors, you know, you have this indoor gym in it, whatever, I just felt like a hamster in a cage. I felt always a bit sick, but here I have nature, and then I wash myself off in the sea, swim in the sea, surf in the sea, and that's all I need. I think that's my end game, you know. This is what I've always wanted. This is the real life, real nature, and everything else being given to you by media, by guys who are trying to sell you stuff like, oh, buy this, buy that. It's been invented by men since the beginning of time. It's just to make you consume, to give them money, you know. It's fucking pathetic, you know, because they're too weak to be wild and free and amongst nature like we're all supposed to be, and we all long for this. You feel it physically. Even at Ascension, I was longing for just this, just my feet to touch the sea. We feel it in all ourselves, but people cover that up with drugs all the time. You know, it's easy for me to be in Ascension. I could have easily stayed in Ascension, eat pizza, you know, and just lie in bed, go out every Friday, Saturday night and pick up the hottest girl, have sex, you know, work a 9-to-5 job, you know, give them money or whatever, you know, and buy a car, you know, and that would have been easy. It's easy to do that and just say, oh, this country is the best. I don't need to go to every country because I have the best country ever. You know, I don't need to. I was like speaking to these guys. I was at night time and I felt sick. It was the most polluted. I was longing for the beach and everything, longing for nature like we all are. And I spoke to these fat overweight guys. I said, oh, what's your favourite country? And they say, oh, this is Asunción, Paraguay. This is my favourite place. And obviously they've never tried to travel to any country in the world. They've just stayed here their whole entire life and just got fat, eat fast food. You know, and they're spoiled by girls because girls think the same. Girls think, oh, our country's the best. I don't need to try hard because obviously it takes energy to just get up and just do. But it doesn't take energy. It's easy. You just get up, just get a coach and go to a place. You know, just go. You know, just push through limitations, and it's easy. If I say it's hard, then no one will ever do it, and it causes too much limitations and poison and ignorance and people committing suicide. So yeah, so you need to just say it's easy and just do it. I just get up and do it. I mean, I came to Brazil, faced adventures and faced dangers and just traveled the world and been at one with nature. You know, it would have been easy to just say, oh no, I'd give up. I'm just going to watch Netflix and eat pizza and go out on Friday, Saturday night and pick up the hottest girl in Paraguay and just say, oh no, there's no other hot girls. We have the hottest girls. I'm going to stay in Paraguay. You know, it's bullshit. There's hottest girls in Italy and Russia and everywhere. You know, it takes strength to just get up and explore and achieve all your desires and all your break through all limitations. That takes strength. Well, it's lifeguards here. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous to see. Like I was just got a surface here, but if you're swimming in these kind of sea, only swim where you can stand up, especially for a girl because the sea is really strong, especially during this weather. So yeah, it's like Australia here. Reminds me of the Australian kind of beaches. So that's it, guys. I hope you can share this to everybody because share this to everybody. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about all the hate I get because you know, if people hate, that just means they're just trying to bring you to that level. You know, hating just means you're on the right course. I mean, everyone hates me. I don't have any friends, and I have 1 or 2 close friends that I like to share this with and invite them to this that I really trust, but nobody ever knows about that. And yeah, that's the way it should be, because that's when you know when you succeed and when you have a lot of jealous people just trying to bring you to their level subconsciously or consciously. You know, usually subconsciously because they don't have brains in this day and age. We're fried by the internet. But yeah, share this with everybody because we need to save everybody. And you need to save your own kids. If you're going to have sex and bring kids into this world, just think about them. Because obviously people in the States, they don't care about other people, you know, but you must care about your own kids. If you're bringing your own life into this planet, it's gonna. So yeah, and the world, and you want to live in a good world where people are happy and having the best sex and having fulfilling lives, but you can't achieve that if you're not breaking down limitations. You can't achieve that lying in bed and just doing fuck all. Because that means you're infertile and dead, and you know you got no life, you know, and it's poison, you know, it's you know, flowing water never grows stale, so that's what it's all about, you know. It's just science, it's obvious, it's common sense. You need it.